I'm gonna keep it blunt, man. Just, so what happened, man? Like, how'd you end up kind of falling off the wagon or whatever? You're very clear about, I guess, the story that you told as far as them coming downstairs and basically telling you that he wasn't your dad.
Yeah.
So that conversation definitely happened.
Yeah.
What are your initial thoughts, man? Like, he's your dad. What are your initial thoughts?
Oh, shoot, man.
What's up, YouTube? Marcus IRL, my new channel, a behind-the-scenes peek into my life as a dad, a content creator, and a man. Make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications, because I'm going to be going live, and you never know what you might see. So go subscribe now. Marcus IRL. Now, back to the content.
County Jail. Your account and dollars. To hear the charges for this call, press 2. To accept this call, press 5. To refuse this call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hello.
Yo.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Man, what's going on, brother?
Shoot, man, I ain't even had no numbers, man. But I had talked to my mom. She had told me about everything, about the results and everything.
So what do you think? What are your thoughts?
Oh, man. So, hold on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, man. So I want to, well, she told me my mom told me something about my dad's in the hospital for something. I'm not sure about the details.
Yeah, I think he's got like stage 4 cancer. And he's got like some type of infection when they were trying to treat whatever treatment they were doing. He had got some type of infection or something like that.
So yeah, man. Before I don't know. I thought it was in the early stage, but I wanted to just be able to maybe sit down and talk. At least, have some type of what's the word? I can't think of the word. Before I don't know if it's gonna get worse.
Right. Yeah. Have some type of resolution, man, and be able to, just kind of, just listen, man, just kind of come to some type of resolution. Like I say, come to some type of understanding, that both of you guys can, feel good about. But what are your initial thoughts, man? Like, he's your dad. What are your initial thoughts?
Oh, shoot, man. Initial thoughts is, I don't know, man. It's been so long. I got a lot that I want to talk about. But, shoot, I just want to hear what he had to say.
Okay. What do you think you want to hear from him?
Pretty much is just the truth about back then. Why? I guess, just to admit that, he was using his ex-wife, Shirley. He let her talk her. He let her talk him into his head. That we wanted to, because me and her didn't get along or whatever.
Right. Right. I mean, I talked to your mom. Go ahead.
Yeah, just pretty much, instead of just trying to beat around the bush or just trying to, make other excuses.
Let me ask you this, man. So you're very clear about, I guess, the story that you told as far as them coming downstairs and basically telling you that he wasn't your dad.
Yeah.
So that conversation definitely happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think he's like, so my mom just like, he said he got like a mental illness and he don't like to admit stuff or anything, so.
Well, and I was just about to talk about that, man. Like, she did mention that. She mentioned that she thinks that maybe he might be experiencing some type of cognitive, decay, due to the illnesses that he's dealing with. And so, I'll say this, man. You may not get the exact answer that you're looking for from him. Okay, but at least what the truth is.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want you to like place everything on that, because let me ask you, man, like, so, and I'm just going to keep it blunt, you know, Too Tall. Well, I'm going to call you Charles, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it blunt, man. Just, you know, so what happened, man? Like, how'd you end up kind of falling off the wagon or whatever?
Oh shoot, man. I don't know. Maybe pressure. Well, not really pressure, but just I don't know. It's hard to explain. I guess boredom. I don't know, man. I'm so used to my life being up and down roller coaster. You feel me? And then when it was just like straight and content, you know, I was like, let me just go out, have a few drinks. But then I can't go out and do that no more. Once I do that, I'm going to keep on going. You know what I'm saying?
So is that what happened? Like, you went out and had a few drinks and then it turned into a little bit more, or some other stuff or whatever?
Yep.
Okay.
Turned into irresponsibility. So.
And so, because, I mean, you know, so let me tell you, you know, that day that I saw you on Memorial Drive, I wasn't even supposed to be taking my kid to school that morning. The mother of my kids was. Yeah, but we switched at the last minute. And so I ended up being the one to take her in the morning. So that's even how I ended up seeing that. That was a last minute switch that made it so that I was, you know, able to pull up on you like that. And, you know, just to be honest, I had kind of noticed that, you know, something was off or whatever, but I was just hoping for the best, you know?
I went out there, man. I don't know why I went out there. I don't know, man. I guess I was looking for this one chick. I ain't gonna even lie.
Too Tall. You went out there for some cootie cat?
Man, this one chick, I ain't gonna lie, man. She's something fine. But
Well, okay, what's so fire about this chick?
I don't know, man. It's just like when I first started hanging around them. When I first started hanging around Memorial Drive, but when I was like really on the streets, and then we was together and stuff. She was like the only person I had really out there.
I get it, man, but that sounds like a trauma bond.
I know, right?
That sounds like a trauma bond. Now, let me ask you this, Too Tall. You know, I keep it a little bit raw and funky, but I mean, is it that the cat is just that fire?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Lord, Too Tall. You can't be falling off the wagon for that voodoo cootie cat.
She like, what's that girl that you like? What's that girl that be on the thing? That's kind of like, what's that girl you was talking about? You always be talking about, mentioning.
That be on what?
The girl you always be mentioning. Yes, she said it's kind of tall. She's the model and all that stuff.
Oh, you talking about Summer?
Oh yeah, she like her, but times 10. She ain't got like the ADHD thing or whatever.
Okay, so she like fine and like okay. So did you end up finding her?
Nope, not left. I got away from it quick.
All right, man. Well, I mean, so what's your plan? Like, well, first and foremost, do you have a bond set?
A what?
A bond.
Yeah, so they put my old job when I went to AutoZone, they ended up putting a warrant out for me. I know it's gonna get dropped because it don't even make sense. But they was just talking about because I had I used to deliver they have the company truck and I deliver parts, but I had left the keys in my pocket after work. We would turn it into the drop box, so I had just put the keys in the car. And I ain't telling anybody, but that next morning they had hit me up. And they was like, when you seen the car, you seen the truck? And I was like, I put the keys in the car. And they was like, it's missing. Somebody had stolen it. So I wasn't thinking nothing about it. So I was coming to work the next day. But they was like, they got detectives up there. One of my co-workers said they got detectives up there or whatever. So I was just like, man, I don't do good with police and detectives and all that stuff. I don't feel like answering no questions. So I just left. Left it at that. But turned out that they had put a warrant on me. They just said that I didn't never turn the keys in the drop box. And what else they said? I don't know. It's a whole bunch of bull. I don't know how they even be able to get the
So I
water.
mean, so what is it going to take to get you out?
The total bond is $6,500, so I don't know how the exactly bond company. I never been bonded out. I don't know how they.
So
how it works. I know
it
it's
typically
like
works to where you have to pay somewhere around 10% most of the time.
Yeah.
So it goes from 10 to 15%. It just depends on the situation and what bonding company and everything. But so that sounds like somewhere around 650, 700 or so. 700, 800 or so like that.
Yeah.
So you think that they're going to drop it though?
Well, they gonna have to because well, I'm gonna have to see if I don't bond down. I'm probably sitting and wait, but the warrant don't even make sense. It's like it's not. I don't know. When they was reading it, it didn't make sense at all.
Okay. All right. Because I mean, it doesn't really matter if it makes sense to you,
Oh yeah.
As long as as long as it's signed by a judge and executable, then we got to figure out, I guess, whatever the next steps are. But so you have had a bond set. So I guess we would need to just go to a bonding company and kind of see what the deal is and everything like that. So so I'll see if I can. I mean, do you want to get out, or how are you feeling about it?
Yeah. Yep. Because see, we do a payment plan, but I gotta I can still go to the first step, but I'm just gonna have to work every day. I can work 7 days out the week, so I'll be able to make about after taxes, it's gonna be like $680, $700. So I better pay it back in probably like 3 weeks, make payment plans or something.
Well, I mean, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, see if the audience wants to pitch in and help out or whatever, and see if your mom and dad want to, help out, and anybody that may just want to help.
All right.
So that's how I'm gonna do it, so that I'm not rich. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, man, they don't believe me, man, but I'm definitely a version of poor. Okay, I'm definitely a version of poor. So, but yeah, I mean, I'll definitely do that. Okay, and what is your plan, man? Like when you get out, I guess you say you're just gonna be working 7 days a week, and just kind of because you're still gonna be able to be in the program and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, let's just see what it takes or whatever. And we'll just kind of go from there. But let's not take up, I guess, too much time on this phone call, just because so I can have some, some funds remaining or whatever for when you need to call in the future. But yeah, bottom line is, man, I'll get this campaign going and we'll kind of see what happens.
All right, cool.
All right. Well, listen, man, at the end of the day, man, congratulations on the test coming out the way that you wanted it to.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah, like that's awesome, man. Like if it would have went another way, that would have just opened up a whole nother can of worms,
I know, right?
So that's a blessing. But we're gonna see kind of how your dad thinks about it or whatever. Like I talked to him, and like I say, just maybe don't put too much of your mental health on how he feels or what explanation he gives or doesn't give or anything like that.
All right.
Okay?
All
right, man. Well, we'll talk later, man. I guess you can shoot me a call maybe in like a couple days just to check on everything and see how everything's going.
All right, cool.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, appreciate it. Talk to you later.
Yes, sir.